Hello, Friday the 27th of December. Changes are happening in a big way, but not quite yet. We are still under the transforming energy of that fantastic solar eclipse in Capricorn that happened the other day. We're in a new moon phase at the moment, though. She's just 1.7% full, just beginning to grow, and we're going to be through the weekend really before things start picking up. First quarter isn't until the 3rd of January, and that's going to be 4:45 a.m. UK time. So 2nd of January really in the States and Canada, but very late. What's happening today is the moon is leaving Capricorn on her way into Aquarius, and there's going to be an 8.25 hour void, of course. It's not going to affect us too much in UK. She doesn't actually go void until 9:03 p.m. in UK, so that's going to be 1:03 p.m. this afternoon on the west side of the States and Canada, east side 4:03 p.m. and it's a long void. She actually enters Aquarius tonight, west side at 9:21 p.m. but not until 12:21 a.m. on the east side and 5:21 a.m. tomorrow here in UK. So then we have that Aquarius influence, and things are going to be calming right down as far as I can see, and that's great. It's by far not the end of the transformation, not by a very long way. It doesn't work like that. But the void, of course, gives us a time when there's nothing much actually going on. As I say, it's going to be at night in UK, so I shall be asleep, or at least I'll be asleep for most of it. But wherever you are in the world, these things do actually affect us. And so particularly west side of the States and Canada, all this afternoon, all through tonight, it's going to be a case of not trying to bring anything new into being. It's just not a great time for that, even though it's new moon. The new moon energy really is about planning and thinking about what you actually want to do. Maybe even talking to people about your plans, seeing if the people you need are going to be able to actually support you with that. But there's no point really doing anything, I would say, of big importance until maybe Sunday or so, when the moon is really visible in the sky again, because that's when the lunar energy gets behind things. The moon herself right now is conjunct Saturn, and that's the energy of the moment, and that tends to bring people's security needs out, and that sort of neediness thing comes to the fore. It's quite a good thing to fight neediness if you can, and to do everything you can to stand on your own 2 feet and deal with whatever's coming towards you, because that is actually all part of the nature of the Capricorn solar eclipse as well that came in the other day. We'll be feeling the energy of that for a long time ahead, believe me, we really will. But what's generally happening, the whole solar system is moving from one part of space where it's been pretty much all our lives actually, and maybe longer than that, a really long time, and there's been a magnetic sort of protective force around the solar system, not just the Earth, the whole solar system. Now it's spinning into another part of space where it's less protected, and that is what is really epoch making, I suppose would be the words to describe that. And so the protection, generally speaking, is going to be a lot less. And as scary as that sounds, it's really a fantastic thing, actually, because it's much more going to be about being ourselves, living our truth, actually doing what we were put on this earth to do. And if we haven't been that in the past, well, the most important thing is where we are now. That's what's really going to make the difference. The sun is conjunct Jupiter, and that tends to inflate things a bit. So I hope I'm not making anyone concerned by what I'm saying here. It really is all positive stuff that's going on at the moment. But it's also a time of things being done in a big, generous sort of way. Really good time for proposing things, launching things. Well, I wouldn't do that yet. That is normally a Sun conjunct Jupiter thing. But be talking to people, making propositions about what you want to do, where you want to go, and think about where you want to be down the line. I sometimes say think about where you want to be in 5 years' time, but it's not really like this. This is just, what direction do you want your life to be going in? And if you really think about it, you're probably going in that direction already. It's just a question of being more confident in who you are and not worrying too much about why you are who you are. That's something we've all been much too concerned about, in not just in recent times actually, but it's just been the way of the world for such a long time. But the transformation is happening. It's really powerful. And to add into that, Mercury's still void in Sagittarius. That's been the case for ages now. So Mercury will be in Scorpio before too long. But you know, the winds of change are blowing, and with Mercury void in Sagittarius, there is absolutely no point in trying to resist the winds of change. There never is, really, because they're going to blow anyway. They're beyond our control. And all we can do is be like branches, really, and blow in the wind. Somehow we'll be okay. It doesn't sit very well with the human desire to be in charge of life and on top of things. But it really will, you'll see as we go forward. It really will work out, because it is all about being ourselves, and that's one thing we can all do, regardless of qualifications, regardless of if we think we've failed at something, regardless if we think we've succeeded at something. Life is what it is. That's simple. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thanks very much for watching. More videos coming up, possibly later today, if I can just get them to upload. The internet's gone slow again. I don't know why, but that's what I've got to face up to and deal with. So whatever you're facing up to and dealing with today, try and do it with a smile on your face. It'll make it much more enjoyable. It just is what it is, okay? And we are all going forwards. That's the good news. Have a good day then, friends. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who's been watching. Do subscribe if you haven't yet, and tap that bell to receive all notifications. That's the way to go. Leave me a comment. I do enjoy reading them, and I'll be back very soon indeed. Peace.